guys, welcome back to another episode of Kickin' It with USA Kickboxing. I'm your host, Meryl Swidler, and we are doing a special edition of Kickin' It. We are talking to some of our athletes that are going to be fighting on the second knockdown card happening August 1st in Nashville, Tennessee on the Sky Deck. It is going to be an exciting night of fights, and we are going to be talking today to Martin Day. Martin, thank you for joining me for today.
Right on. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, before we get into all of your details about your fight that's happening and going down August 1st, why don't we just talk about who you are as a fighter, where you train, and just your background in the sport?
Yeah. So I train out of Kailua, Hawaii. I own some martial arts schools here called Prime Martial Arts. So that's where I'll be fighting out of. And yeah, so just a little bit of background about me. I'm a UFC veteran, fought in the UFC bantamweight division mostly. Dana White Contender Series veteran as well. I have about 20 professional fights combined with MMA and kickboxing. I currently hold the Destiny Kickboxing title, which is a MMA and kickboxing show here in Hawaii. And I have a perfect kickboxing record with a 100% knockout rate, both amateur and professional.
Very cool. Well, I think then this fight should definitely be some fireworks. I think between the matchup of you and Will Calhoun, I think everyone should be very excited and looking forward to this fight. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking to add some more highlights to my kickboxing highlight reel. And yeah, unfortunately, Will Calhoun's gonna have to be the recipient of those highlights.
All right. Well, talking a little bit more about this matchup, have you looked into anything about your opponent? Have you done any research? What's kind of like been your game plan going into this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I always do a little bit of research into my opponent, just a little bit. I don't do too much. I don't look too deep into it. That's my coach's job, and
Sure.
we developed a game plan based on that. And yeah, so I guess to answer your question a little bit, I've looked into him a little bit. I didn't know who he was before this, and yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just gonna go in there and do what I do.
Absolutely. And you're coming all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii. And he said that he's a hometown favorite, obviously coming out of Clarksville, Tennessee, and we're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. What are your thoughts about going against the hometown favorite for this?
Yeah, I mean, coming from Hawaii, I've fought all over the place, and
Yeah.
I've only ever been hometown favorite when I'm here at home, and it's been a while. So I'm used to going into enemy territory, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna be ready for nobody cheering for me. Walking out, or maybe the handful of people that come with me, we'll get a couple claps from them. But yeah, I understand he's the hometown guy, and but the noise of a crowd has never knocked somebody out, so it doesn't really bother me too much.
For sure. Absolutely. Have you looked into anything about the venue itself?
Yeah, the venue looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks like an awesome venue, rooftop, like they do concerts and stuff there, I guess, and looks like an awesome venue. So I'm looking forward to getting up there and putting on a show for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been hearing that they've been kind of promoting the fight in some of the different bars on Broadway in Nashville. So putting up posters and TV highlights and commercials and things. So hopefully we draw in some really big attention. I think the roar of the crowd, if there's like some crazy knockouts maybe from your fight, you never know. Maybe it'll kind of draw some more attention coming from the rooftop bar, and then everyone gets to go out and party afterwards on Broadway.
Yeah, yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, right. Well, I think it's going to be a really exciting night of fights. We've got some really tough matchups between a bunch of amateurs and even pro fights. Have you kind of looked into any of the other fights? Are you excited about anything else about this fight night itself?
I have not looked into any of the other fights whatsoever. I don't even know where on the card I land. uh, but yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. I do this for fun now, and there's nothing more fun than knocking somebody out.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got some experience too as a professional, it sounds like. So between the two of you guys, I think it'll be a very like technical, but very fast-paced kind of trade and bang kind of situation and it'll just be a very fun and exciting fight to watch from first bell to whenever something happens, obviously. So you never know, maybe it won't go the full distance.
Yeah, yeah, I don't believe it will.
Awesome. All right. Well, other than that, is there anything else that you are looking forward to about being in Nashville? Are you bringing a posse with you?
Some of my family's coming up with me, maybe my brother, my sister, a couple, and the in-laws, and maybe a couple friends, but we'll see. Not a whole bunch. I'll definitely won't be the crowd favorite, and but that's okay. Like I said, yeah, we'll have a few people up, but whatever. I go
Yeah.
by myself. I'll still fight,
Pick
and
up some new fans, if anything, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But coming from Hawaii, we're ready to scrap no matter what, so it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. We had another fighter on the very first card coming from Hawaii as well, and it was a great fight. I mean, you guys are always ready to throw down and bang, so I expect nothing less. I believe you said that you're just a tough warrior, and that's your main inspiration is that you don't really need an inspiration. It's just you want to get out there and kind of bang and throw down, you know? So, um, but yeah, other than that, I think, like I said, the whole night itself is going to be very fun, entertaining, from the very first fight all the way to the very last. Before I let you go, though, do you have any other quick little shout outs or anything else that you want to kind of touch on?
No shout outs for me. Maybe just shout out to Hawaii. Thanks for having my back. Thanks for the support always from the very beginning of my career. Shout out to my wife. She's been my number one supporter since day one, and she'll be watching from home for this one. And yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and have fun, do what I do, and get a knockout.
Awesome. And then I know you kind of mentioned a little bit briefly, but is there any fighting words you want to drop for your opponent before I let you go too?
Yeah, well, we're gonna go out there and have fun, and for me, my idea of fun is knocking your ass out. So it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, well, I hope there's some fireworks between each round. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really exciting fight between you and Will Calhoun. It's going to be great, followed by the rest of the card as well. But Martin, thank you so much for joining me in for today. We have a very exciting lineup coming up August 1st. Tickets are on sale now. Reach out to all of the fighters, including Martin here. He's probably got a link that you can purchase tickets for pay-per-view or in person as well if you're able to make it to Nashville on August 1st. Tickets are selling fast, so be sure to reach out and get that going. And I'm sure that the fighters appreciate when you support them by purchasing through the pay-per-view link as well. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Grab that pay-per-view link, and yeah, we're gonna go have some fun. But hey, we're still gonna go party after. We're gonna be boys after, just not before.
absolutely. Everyone's always friends afterwards, and I love that energy, if anything. So, it'll be good.
Okay, right on, right on.
Awesome. All right. Well, Martin, thank you so much for joining in for kicking it with USA Kickboxing today. It is going to be a fun night of fights. And yeah, I'm excited to see you. I'll be commentating live there as well. So we'll probably touch base again. But other than that, good luck with your training. I know you've got probably some good rounds coming up later today or the rest of this week, but we're on short time. It's coming up here very quick. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, right. One more thing. Best of luck to Will in his training camp. I hope he stays safe, injury free, and yeah, maybe I'll bring you guys down some like Hawaiian macadamia nuts or something like that.
I love that. That's awesome. That's some major respect right there from our fighters. So, thank you, Martin. I appreciate it. Awesome.
Okay,
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much to all of our viewers for tuning in for another episode of Kicking It with USA Kickboxing. I'm your host, Meryl Swidler, and Martin, thank you again for joining in. We'll see you guys soon.
thanks for having me, Meryl. Have a good day.
Thank you.